So we have management communication and 4. So in terms of our question paper, we're going to look at the question paper of November 2023, and this is the second paper. So within the context of this video, we are going to present the question paper and the marking guideline, that is the memo. In other words, we are going to have our questions and then we've got our answers. So this is a closed book examination as indicated. So in terms of our question paper parts, these are going to be our instructions and information. Very important. You have to answer all the questions. Read all the questions carefully. Number the answers according to the number existing used in this question paper. So basically, these are instructions and information. So going to our first part of our question is on multiple choice section, that is on communication principles. So you see that we, according to the answers that we have on the first part, 1.1.1 to 1.1.4, we refer back to the marking guideline, whereby these are the answers that we have. And of course, you can see that all the first parts, the rules of this communication are not universal, are different rules for different cultures. So the correct response is B, non-verbal communication. Then on the second part, a telephone conversation with a client is an example of communication, of desk communication. Of course, this is a telephone conversation. So the correct answer is oral, indirect communication. So we go to number 3. Studies show that the most effective and accurate method of conveying and interpreting messages is. So on number 3, on the other section, we've got D, which is A and B, which means direct written communication and direct oral communication, both are correct. Then we go to number 4, when the sender prepares the message and considers which medium to use. This is encoding, which we have on C. So we proceed with our multiple choice parts, whereby we are now on number 5, listening to a customer, understanding the complaint first before you relate to the message. So this is a B, appreciative, in brackets, empathic listening. Then we've got number 6, non-verbal communication required for effective customer service. The correct response is D, A, and C, whereby A, you've got eye contact, C, you've got smiling. So we got number 7, the art of making small talk, ensuring that people feel at ease. The correct answer is D, where we've got B and C. B, we've got emphatic communication, and then C, we've got establishing rapports. So that's number 7. The number 8 to 10, we have these parts, whereby the number 8, using words which confuse others, they do not know these words, or they attach different meanings to these words. So you see that C is the correct, which is semantics. Then number 9, communication using sound is dependent on the receiver's ability to hear. So the correct answer is acoustic semiology. Then we got number 10. The handshake is an important non-verbal form of communication. So number 10, the correct answer is B, which is aesthetics. And then of course from there we proceed to the 1.2. 1.2, we've got communication using words. 1.2.1, this is verbal communication, as indicated on our answer section. And then 1.2.2, communication with non-humans, in brackets artificial intelligence, automation, in the modern workplace. So this is extra personal, which represents that. Then we've got 1.2.3, communication with clients who are located across a wide geographical area using complex satellite technology. That's 1.2.3. The correct answer is mass communication. Then we've got 1.2.4, communication where one reflects and daydreams about the future. This is intrapersonal communication. It's indicated. 1.2.5, communication which takes place between colleagues and clients. This is interpersonal jets, which we have on 1.2.5 on the other section. Then moving on to 1.3, we see that this is 1.3. There's information that we have, of course, that you need to read before you attempt to answer the question. So information given reads, business communication is a process of sharing information internally between employees and external clients of the company. communication in business is not just about giving instructions. Most of the time, communication within business is how employees talk to each other and how employees talk to their managers. Today, companies employ workers who can work effectively in a team environment. Research shows that effective communication improves company productivity by 55%. Then a graphical illustrate the communication process which takes place between you and your manager using the interactive communication model. So, and note in this diagram you must replace the basic elements in the process with simple examples from one. So this is the graphical communication process as indicated in our answer section. So we can maybe try to bring it. So this is the graphic communication process, which is a student example. Of course, we've got a manager going to please send me the report. Then we've got the barriers. So basically this is what we have. Then moving on to 1.3.2, list 8 reasons why effective communication is important to your organization. So that's 1.3.2. I will say that these are the responses. Whereby provides effective communication, and also obtains accurate information and negotiates business dealings. This is what we have within that context. Then moving on to 1.4, it reads identify the following barriers to effective communication in the workplace. So of course these are the barriers that we have. And then in response to that, on 1.4.1 we will say physiological, 1.4.2 psychological, 1.4.3 ethnocentricity, and then 1.4.4 perceptual, 1.4.5 gatekeeping. Then this is obviously our first section. So we go to the next question now, which is question 5, interpersonal communication. Our question 2, interpersonal communication. Of course, the first question says name 3 behaviors which may suggest your friend has a poor self-image. And within that context, we have got feelings of inferiority, critical of themselves, often introverted, shy, or antisocial. So further points we have that are on 2.1. Then 2.2. So we've got a continuation of we've got 2.1. Then 2.2 says name 3 dimensions of your self-image and elaborate why you are proud of these dimensions. So we have them as listed here, whereby we've got physical, psychological, sexual skills. In 2.3 we have got besides knowing yourself and avoiding comparison, name 5 other ways to improve your self-image. So 2.3, you have to set realistic goals, plan and then act, adopt a positive attitude, refrain from making negative comments about yourself, take pride in your achievements. So those are the points that we have on that part. Then 1.4, Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs theory is considered one of the most influential explanations on motivations and human behavior. If we discuss the theory as it applies to needs in the workplace. So 2.4, Maslow suggests that workers' needs can be satisfied in the following ways: satisfying needs which are physical or psychological. Then we also have second point, provide workers with job security by offering permanent positions and medical benefits. Further points we also have for that. Then moving on to our question 3 on interviews. The first question is define the interview. So in response to that, we see that this is the description of interview, whereby an interview is a pre-planned formal oral interaction between one or more people. So this is explanation of interviews. Then 3.2, how will you, the applicant, prepare for this job interview? Discuss 4 hints in full sentence. So 3.2 without hints, research the organization, find out job description, get directions to location to avoid being late or disoriented, be prepared to perform skills tests, be prepared to answer a wide variety of questions. Prepare answers to questions, so these are the answers. So 3.3, you expect the following question types in your interview. Choose a table column B that makes a description in column A. So of course column A we got first part is when did you matriculate. The 3.3.1 is a specific question. Then how would you grow our online marketing? This one is a hypothetical question. Then we've got how would you please tell me more about yourself? This is an open-ended question. Then are you willing to travel? This is a closed question. So those are the questions that we have. 3.3. Then go to 3.4. Briefly explain how an interviewer's unconscious bias in terms of each of the following can impact on interview. Age. So 3.4 in response to that. So explanation on age is that older people are often overlooked or excluded for certain positions as they are considered too old and therefore incapable according to workplace trends. Too slow, so that's what we have. Then in terms of gender, women are still viewed as unsuitable. So that's what we have. Then obviously on the next question is question 4. So question 4 is on mass media and advertising. Of course, the first question is define the term advertising. So we have an explanation that we have on advertising. Advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas and goods and services by an identified sponsor. So we go to 4.2, start the advert below and answer the question. So we're given an advert whereby first question says what grabs your attention in this advert, explain why. So read the advert and what grabs your attention on that part, which is 4.2.1. Then the response is attention is created by the picture of a pair of legs which dominates the advert and with a clever use of text. So this is the explanation. Then 4.2.2, comment on the use of language to sustain interest. That's 4.2.2, and this response is the statement promises to get you in good physical condition without going to the gym, is bold and creative and creates curiosity. Repeating the word shape up or the play on the word. So this is 4.2.2. 4.2.3, how does the advert create desire or need in a target audience? Quote two facts. So that's 4.2.3. So on response to that, promises are to tone muscles and then also promises weight loss or improve posture. So those are the responses. 4.2.4, who is the target market for this advert? For the response is fanatics, fitness fanatics or enthusiasts. Sports people also are target market. Then who is the sponsor of this advert? The response is a Skechers or fitness group. Then move on to number 5. So these are the questions that we have on number 5. List 5 qualities of a good chairperson, and we see that on response to that, qualities are that strong leadership, intelligence, outgoing personality, self-discipline, good judgment, articulate. Then 5.2.1, you have to choose one word from the list below that applies to each sentence. The first sentence is a meeting which all staff members may attend. It is a general meeting. Then a minimum number of members who must be present is a quorum. The action of notifying members of a meeting is convene. An accurate and biased record of what was discussed in the meeting are minutes. A list of topics which will be discussed at the meeting is an agenda. So that's what we have on that part. And this becomes the last part of our question, which is our question 5. So thank you for listening, and hopefully the video was helpful. And please let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. more question papers and memos are going to be uploaded as we approach the exams, so stay tuned.